friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about my hoarding closet. I am super excited because truthfully we're in a new location, so I'm really jazzed to show you the new setup. It's gonna look a lot different than my previous two hoarding closets, which is pretty exciting, so I hope you're excited for that. My number usage, we'll see how I feel about it as we go through. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. If you are new to these, essentially my objective with my hoarding closet series is to essentially track how much of products I'm using and also how many products I'm taking in. My ultimate goal, the dream here, is to figure out essentially how much product I can use in various categories in a 6-month period, and thus be able, when I go to any semi-annual sale, purchase that amount so that way I'm covered from one semi-annual sale to another without having a mass surplus. I, without realizing it, acquired a lot of wonderful things for my head all the way down to my toes. And it took me a long time to reckon with the reality that it's not worth hoarding a bunch of things that it takes me years to use because I don't want to have to spend years working on things. It's not a perfect system. I'm still a work in progress, but we are getting better and better as the years, literally years, go on. So first category that I have is hand soaps. I had 2 back in August when I last counted the closet, and now I have 12. Not at all surprised by that. You guys saw me in like the last, I think, 5 or 6 weeks ago, I went in and made a very big purchase when Bath & Body Works finally had a hand soap sale. I also purchased a non-Bath & Body Works to try out like an alternative hand soap company, so I did make a purchase there. We're living in a pandemic, so I'm not super worried about having a surplus of soap. I'm not gonna buy any more soap until I finish off the hoard, and I doubt Bath & Body Works is going to have a sale anytime soon. So I'm not super worried about that category, but it is a big jump of 10, which is a lot to have taken in at once. For shaving cream, I had one, I still have one. I basically pulled out one and then I purchased one to have, so I've kind of always got a backup of that. It's not necessarily like the peak of shaving season, so I'm sure I will get that one used off, but I'm not super worried. For shampoo, I had 4 and now I have 2, so I've cut that in half, which is delightful. We are officially back in like my drier scalp season, so I'm pulling out my Body Shop little ginger scalp shampoo that I purchased a bunch of when there was a sale, I think like last year. Conditioners, I had 3, now I have 6. I acquired a couple conditioners, or like deep conditioners, in a get what you get bag, and then also my Halloween box from Fortune Cookie Soap. They're not full size, but I count, unless I specifically denote in a category that it's a smaller size, I count full size trial samples all as one number. So I'm not super worried about it because half of them are on the smaller side, and I know if I just pulled those out, I'd get them used off, but I just wanted to use the ones that were larger first, so I'm not super worried. For hair curling products, I had 2, now I have 0. Not surprised. I tend to wipe through my hair curling products pretty quickly, and I did a really nice job not repurchasing my favorites and just using up what I had, and I was able to get through the season no problem. So very pleased to not have that as a category as it stands right now. Leave-in hair products, I had 5 and now I have 6. I did get 1 leave-in conditioner in my Halloween box, which is why that number went up by 1. It definitely is not a great category for me to have an increase in because the category is already hard for me to get usage out of, but it's fine. I will keep chugging along and see what I can do with that category in the coming months. For hair serums, I had 2, I still have 2, so no progress there, which is disappointing, but it's a slow-moving category, as really all non-shampoo and conditioner hair care items are. For travel body wash, I had 0, now I have 1. I had a coupon for a free item when I went in for the hand soap sale, and I cashed it in for a travel body wash that I really was curious about the scent of. I got Saltwater Breeze. I'm not sure if I actually like it, and I haven't allowed myself to use it because I'm trying to stay very hyper-focused on full-size items. I'm waiting until like maybe I go to Maine to visit my family for a week or so, and then I'll probably take it with me and be able to wipe it out that way. For full-size body wash, I had 16 and now I have 15, so arguably I've only used up 1 since August, but I did have a couple come my way like through different means. So that's what kind of fluctuated the category a little bit, but I'm very much buckling down and wanting to hyper focus on that category, and I'm not going to allow myself to get anything in that category in order to ensure that I will definitely get some serious usage by the end of the year. For body lotion, this is exciting. I had 7 and now I'm down to 5, which is so exciting. One of you actually commented on my last Project Use It Up when I was talking about old lotions, like from 2012, 2013 that I still have. And you were like, how many more of these do you have? I am down to my final one. After I finish off the honeysuckle one that I'm currently trying to use, then I only have one more to use up. And then like the rest of them are from 2014, 2015. So it's not like they're that much more modern. Truthfully, in 2015, that's when I hit a point where I was like, this is out of control. Your hoarding closet can't keep being what it is. And I started to document and like film my usage, which has allowed me to really be successful and hold me accountable. So that's when the lotions stopped being purchased. So I don't have any beyond like 2015, but the ones that I do have since it's 2020 are only getting older. So I'm really trying to this year get those wiped out. I would like to get them done by December. It's probably unrealistic because I don't move through lotion at that rapid of a pace, but I definitely will be able to get them done by the spring, which is good with me because they haven't turned. It's more just like they're just sitting there not getting used. For body oils, I had 8 and now I have 7. With me using body lotions at this point, I'm now having to mix them with oil to make them moisturizing enough. Otherwise, my skin is a little bit too dehydrated and sucks up the lotion and is left wanting more just a few hours later. So I'm happy to see that I'm finally pulling my oils to mix because they were just sort of sitting, not being touched for a period of time. For winter body lotions, which most people call body creams, I had 3, I still have 3. I'm not very worried about that because I'm basically going to alternate between using a body cream and using up one of my like lotion oil combos to help sort of work through them and also enjoy the experience, because while I'm very much set on wanting to get my products used up and have only 6-month thresholds of products, I also want to enjoy what I'm using. It's very much a sensory experience for me. That's what fueled me to want to buy a lot of these products in the first place. And I also love a good deal. Like those two things together created the perfect storm for why I amass so many of these products. So I'm really excited to be able to have both options in the winter and still get usage out of what I own. For body scrubs, I had 8, now I have 7. That's pretty slow moving for me. I definitely think the using a face scrub as a body scrub slowed me down. So I'm looking forward to starting to hammer out some of the other scrubs in my collection. For bar soaps, really pleased here. I had 5 and now I have 2. I used up a big one and then pulled a small one to use up. I'm gonna keep going with that strategy until I am down to ideally no bar soaps. I just don't need to amass them. I've really only gotten bar soap in boxes. Traditionally, owl crates have been known for including bar soaps in them. And so without that, I wouldn't be really amassing too many. So I'd like to get that used up and then not really have any bar soap. For face moisturizers, I had 5 and now I'm down to 4. I finished off 1. I'm going through kind of a weird skin moment right now where I'm not quite sure if the moisturizers I'm using are too rich and my skin's not dry enough yet, or if they're like not rich enough. I don't really know what's happening, but my skin is just struggling. I've been getting pockets of acne, and not just where my mask sits, but like along my face, like a lot of different areas, like my forehead area around here. Obviously around here, I've been getting acne, so basically like most of my face has been getting acne breakouts, and I'm getting like these pockets of acne where like right now, for example, I have a pretty hardy pimple right here, but like the rest of my face is relatively clear. So I don't know what's going on. So I've just been sort of ping-ponging around a lot of different moisturizers, trying to find the right like concoction that is going to jive with my skin. So I've only finished up 1 and I've worked on the other 4 that I have. And I'm sure once I figure out the right combination of things, I can start to plow through the ones that I have. For face toners and serums, I had 5 and now I have 8, which is an unpleasant jump. Again, I had that skincare sampler come my way. So I've got some like tiny serums in that little collection, but I count them all the same, and I'm really hoping that I can start to get those used up once I figure out what's going on with my skin. For exfoliant, I'm pleased. I had 2 and now I have 1. I was working for a very long time on the Biore one, and the 2 that I had sitting in the closet were much smaller. So now I'm working on one of the 2 smaller ones, which I'm sure will get finished up in no time. So I'm very certain before the year is over, I will be able to take out my last exfoliant and get that at least started before the year is complete. Truthfully, the skincare category in general, I'd like to not have any backups in, because I just don't need to have nice skincare products with ingredients that are temperamental and can only last for so long sitting with the clock ticking. I'd rather purchase them fresh and be able to use them right away. So I hope all of these categories can be like really chopped in half and eliminated by the end of the year. And then lastly, for eye cream, I didn't have any as of August, but I now have 1. I actually purchased this one. So I decided to make the purchase for the Belief True Aqua Bomb like under eye cream, because ever since the pandemic started, it has been going in and out of stock like crazy. And when I was first in need of an eye cream, it was out of stock. So I found an alternative, but I kind of just kept checking to see when it would come in stock. And so over the summer when it popped up, I think like end of August, I purchased it because I'd rather have it and get it, be able to use it when I need it versus going without an eye cream. I know that there are a lot of people out there that say that eye cream is unnecessary, but for me, I have super Sahara Desert dry under eyes, and a really hydrating eye cream is very specific to those needs. The rest of my face is not as dry as my eyes are, so having a really hydrating under eye cream makes a difference for me. If you don't struggle with a dynamic like that, you maybe don't need an eye cream, so I am super happy to have that eye cream sitting in the hoarding closet. Okay, so now that we've talked about the individual categories, let's talk total numbers. So when I add everything up, I have 87 items currently sitting in the hoarding closet, which it's not the worst it's ever been, but it's not as great as I was back in August, which was just 79 numbers. And that was the historic all-time low of the hoarding closet ever since I had been counting everything in there. I definitely want to get myself down below 79 by the time the year is over, but it's going to really require me to stay focused on usage and definitely not be purchasing anything. It really won't be that difficult for me if I'm being honest, because I tend to hold out pretty easily between semi-annual sales. The only time the items start to fluctuate a little bit is if I get a number of fortune cookie soap boxes, but I've already gotten the Halloween one. They're not doing an advent calendar this year, so I'm pretty much set for boxes. There shouldn't be any boxes coming my way with any kind of body care items. So I'm really hopeful that I can get this down. Between August 4th and October 20th, I did get 11 items used up, but unfortunately I brought in 21 items, so really it's kind of a wash where in the end I actually have 10 items that were added to the collection compared to my overall usage. So definitely not the greatest stretch of hoarding closet updating, but I am still pleased with my progress. And the goal is ever on my mind, which is to be able to just purchase at semi-annuals and have enough stock to carry me for a 6-month period. Since we're done talking about overall numbers, it's now time to check out the brand new hoarding closet. I'm gonna go ahead and jump to that footage so that you guys can see what it looks like. Say hello to the new hoarding closet. Oh, yeah, this is what we are dealing with. It might look like a bit more than usual, but it's just oriented in a different way. Let's go on a tour. So this section up here is my like bar soaps and really all of my skincare. Like I was saying in my check-in, a lot of these samples I just recently got and they're small, so I'm hoping we get some quick progress there. Over in this shelf are all of my hair goodies. So shampoo, conditioner, like serums, leave-in conditioner stuff, all of that is housed here. This middle section, it's not really a part of the like hoarding closet count, but we're talking like basically mine and Ben's razors. And then over here, we start to get into Ben's stuff. Over here, you've got like toothpaste and like some of Ben's skincare. Down here, we get more of Ben's like body care stuff that we have here. This middle section is kind of like a catch-all. I've got my like beauty Q-tips, my Jello hand soap refills, like our toothbrush head. So it's kind of just like a catch-all area. This side right here are a couple of pocket backs that I have that aren't currently in play, and then all of my hand soaps. And then this next section are my oils and then my body lotions and my thicker winter body creams. This area would be all of my shower gels, which does bleed a little bit down into this area. I've got a few in the back corner there, and then I've also got my scrubs. This middle section are all the candles I own, which, can we believe they all fit in that little tiny cubby? Then these bottom two areas are more like catch-all. This is kind of like stuff I use to clean makeup brushes and repress makeup with. Again, I don't count that in the hoarding closet. These are the only remaining sheet masks that I have for treatment. My other sheet masks are currently in my bathroom. And then this little section is kind of a catch-all for Ben. It's got his mouthwash, his deodorant, some shampoo, bar soap, shower gel, so just a few things in there for him. So there we have it, guys, the new and improved hoarding closet. Yay! All right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed seeing the hoarding closet, hearing my numbers, and just hearing my updates overall. If you want to know more in depth about how I'm using up my products, I suggest you check out my Project Use It Up series that I have been doing for a number of years, but I do have the challenge going on right now. And then I also have Bath & Body Works trash talks and regular trash talks, where I really go more in depth about the products that I'm using up, my thoughts, my experience with them. That's kind of like the review type videos that I do here on my channel. I very much appreciate you tuning in today, and I look forward to talking to you in my next video real soon.